And we begin tonight at 11 with that scene in the outer harbor tonight, where for nearly 36 hours now, this 660-foot vessel has been stuck in the ice out on Lake Erie. Good evening, I'm Scott Levin.
And I'm Mary Alice Demler. This evening, the Coast Guard made its way to the ship and began the process of breaking it out. This is still a developing situation, and 2 on your side's Andy Payton is live for us tonight with the latest. So Andy, what can you tell us?
Well, Scott and Mary Alice, you can kind of see it off there in the distance over my shoulder with the lights. That is the ship right there. And I can tell you the Coast Guard was able to make some progress today. They're able to get it to move a little bit in the evening hours, but since have called it as far as efforts go for the night. I want to give you a better look at this now, though. This was captured in the daylight by Skyview 2, and you get a real good look at this vessel completely lodged in the ice. What we know so far is that this all started just before noon yesterday, when this ship called the Manitoulin had just completed a delivery of wheat to Archer Daniels Midland here and was returning to Sarnia, Ontario, when it became lodged in this ice. And why we're seeing this right now is just another effect of those Arctic temperatures we saw earlier this week that took Lake Erie from being around 30% covered in ice to roughly 80% in just a few days, creating some very harsh ice that ultimately is causing the ship right now to be stuck. Now, earlier today, we spoke with a member of the Coast Guard team who's a part of this operation about the current conditions, and just take a listen to this.
It's not uncommon for this to happen when we have significant ice development. It's just the characteristics of ice, how cold it gets, how quick it freezes, the integrity of the ice. There's a whole bunch of stuff that goes into it. So this is certainly not, it's certainly not the first ship we've seen be calmed in ice in this area.
Now, the Manitoulin obviously can break through ice like any vessel on the water this time of year, but what Coast Guard crews are trying to do now is break enough ice around it so that it has enough room to proceed forward at a speed and get to the point where it can start breaking ice safely on its own. Now, we have learned that there are 17 crew members aboard this ship right now. We are told that they are okay, though, and that they do have enough supplies, power, and heat to be able to be safe there until they are able to be freed from that ice. As we said, the efforts for tonight to try to free this vessel have been paused, but we are told they're going to pick back up tomorrow morning around sunrise. On your side and live here at the Outer Harbor tonight, Andy Payton, Channel 2 News.
Andy, we appreciate you and your photog out there tonight. Thank you so much.